bright during the day, too loud, too rushed. But in here the clock stopped in 1945. The shadows stay exactly where you put them. The scent of gardenias and aged brandy hangs in the air like a promise. It's not about where you're going anymore. It's about the elegance of standing still. Just you, the velvet, and a song that knows all your secrets. The chandelier is weeping tears of crystal and light, a frozen constellation in the middle of the night. Heavy velvet curtains shut the modern world away. In this room of golden shadows, it will never be the day. The silver tray is polished, reflecting a ghost-lit face, moving through the silence with a slow and steady grace. Curled upon a chair of royal blue, watching the cigarette smoke dance a slow motion pas-de-deux. The piano keys are yellowed like a letter from the past, playing chords of longing that were always meant to last. A string of pearls is glowing against a dress of black lace, a timeless silhouette in this hallowed hidden place. A ghost haunting the corners of the room, woven through the fabric of the jasmine and the gloom. We're caught in the amber, we're lost in the grain, a sanctuary of jazz to shield us from the rain. The grandfather clock is ticking, but the hands refuse to move, falling deeper, ever deeper, into the granite groove. The scent of old libraries and expensive French perfume, drifting like a phantom through this quiet, empty room. I sip my drink in silence while the brass instruments moan. In a palace made of memories, I'm a queen upon a throne. The cello takes the lead, playing a haunting, soaring melody that feels both tragic and beautiful. You hear the distant sound of a telephone ringing, a vintage mechanical bell, but it goes unanswered. The Mediterranean is whispering through the open balcony door, a sound that's been repeating for 1,000 years or more. The city lights are diamonds spilled upon a cloth of silk, and the moon is hanging heavy like a drop of silver milk. I'm a fragment of history, I'm a heartbeat in the dark, holding on to the glow, protecting the final spark.
of freedom you only find after midnight. The city is a neon blur in the rear view, and the road ahead is a black ribbon leading to nowhere, or everywhere. The air is cool, the leather is warm, and the only clock that matters is the rhythm of the jazz on the radio. Some people drive to get somewhere. I drive to lose the world. Just me, the shadows, and the sound of a trumpet telling the truth.
The dashboard dial is a dim amber sun for the restless heart that is always on the run. White lines are flickering like a vintage film, steering through the shadows at the galaxy's rim. The engine is a heartbeat steady and deep, while the rest of the world is tangled in sleep. Reside with the moon as my compass and the wind as my guide. The trumpet is wailing for the things we've let go. In the velvet darkness where the cool breezes blow, chase the blue horizon till the night turns to gold, in a story of silver that's yet to be told. A wisp of smoke from a memory's fire, the hum of the tires is a midnight choir. The 1940 is a whispering in the rustle of the trees, carried on the wings of the salty sea breeze. I'm a ghost in a chrome-plated beautiful cage, turning the leaf on a brand new page. The bridge lights are pearls on a string of coal, feeding the hunger of a traveler's soul. One hand on the wheel, one hand in the air, leaving the weight of the day over there. The stars are my audience, silent and bright, as I vanish forever into the heart of the night.
The saxophone plays one final low, breathy note. The saxophone plays rain showers starting. A single, distant church bell chimes. Play.
I'll sing a slow, sad refrain against the rhythm of the late night Mediterranean rain. The chrome is weeping in the pale street light, a silver shadow in the belly of the night. My hands are steady on the ivory wheel, chasing chasing a ghost made of velvet and steel. Oh, let the needle drag, let the record moan. In this kingdom of shadows, I'm never alone. The crackle is the pulse, the hiss is the breath. I dance with the night, a flirt with the death. We're caught in the spiral, we're lost in the sound, where the lost and the lonely are finally found. A ghost in a raincoat, a cigarette's glow, watching the rivers of the city streets flow. My feline companion, a silhouette of grace, ignoring the time and the shadows we chase. The 1920s are a fever, a beautiful blur, like the engine's low hum and the kitten's soft purr, purr. Every pop on the vinyl is a heartbeat missed, a secret we kept, a phantom we kissed. The dashboard is a compass that's lost its way, pointing to a world that was never called day. I'm a passenger of rhythm, a servant of the groove, with nothing proven, nowhere to move. They say the road at 3 a.m. belongs to the ghosts, and maybe they're right. The dashboard glow is the only sun I eat tonight. This leather smells like old secrets and expensive regrets. Behind me, the city is a fading collection of lights. Ahead, there's only the moon and the salt air. Don't look back, darling. The past can't catch a car moving fast into the blue. The chrome reflects the stars in a velvet sky, as the palm trees wave a silent, dark goodbye. The headlights cut the silk of the coastal mist, searching for a memory that no longer exists. My hands on the wheel, my heart in the breeze, finding my rhythm among the ancient olive trees. Slow swaying, romantic jazz melody. Oh, as your ghost, you're the song of the sea, a sun-soaked refrain in a minor key, while the saxophone sighs like a lover in the dark. We're chasing a flame from a long faded spark, in the glow of the dash, in the hum of the night. Everything's heavy, yet everything's light. A silk scarf dancing in the rearview mirror's light, light, a flash of pearls against the deep cobalt night. My passenger is silence with a tail and four paws, watching the world through the night's gentle claws. The 19 horses are calling from a distant radio strain, sweet like a peach, but sharp like the rain. The scent of jasmine drifts through the open top. This is a journey that I never wanna stop. Whitewashed walls turn to silver in the moon, humming a lonely late night Mediterranean tune. I'm a fragment of light on a winding stone pier, living for the beauty and forgetting the fear. On a floor of black wax, while the moonlight is tracing the tire tracks. The city is a blur of neon and rain, a vintage melody for a modern day pain. The dashboard is glowing like an old heaven sign, marking the border of your world and mine. Oh, spin me a dream on a broken machine in the spaces of silence that fall in between. The vinyl is hissing like the spray of the sea, setting the ghosts of the 4040s free. We're driving in circles, we're caught in the spin, waiting for the morning to let the light in. The scent of old paper and rain so clever, holding the pieces of the night together. A velvet-eared passenger, eyes gold and white, watching the shadows as they hitch a ride. The 1940s are a scratch that won't go away, a beautiful haunting at the end of the day. Reflecting a world in reverse, a blessing of jazz or a beautiful curse. The road is a record that never will end. Just around the corner, just around the bend, I'm lost in the crackle, I'm part of the hiss. There is no goodbye, only a midnight kiss. The sound of the accordion fades into the distance. The saxophone plays one final low breathy note. The sound of a heavy rain shower starting. A single distant church bell chimes 4 a.m. A groove in the velvet dark, while the engine ignites a silent glowing spark. The dashboard lights are emeralds on the sea. A 1940s dream setting my spirit free. Chrome reflections dance on the wet black road, carrying the weight of a heavy lonesome load. Watching the moon climb high against the vastness of the Mediterranean sky. The scent of jasmine and the salt of the tide, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. The 1940s are a melody on a worn out string, the kind of song that only the shadows sing. Heavy and smoky saxophone focus cycles go. Heavy and smoky saxophone focus cycles go. Oh, let the record spin, let the trumpet cry under the dome of the charcoal sky. The road is a rhythm, the jazz is the soul, keeping the pieces of the midnight whole. We're lost in the hiss, we're caught in the flame, driving to a place that has no name. A ghost in the rearview glass, watching the hours and the memories pass. A silk scarf fluttering in the midnight air, a moment of grace in a world of despair. The saxophone is breathing a low steady heat, matching the pulse of the dusty white street. Heavy and smoky saxophone focus echo smile. Heavy and smoky saxophone focus echo smile. Heavy and smoky saxophone focus echoes through. Heavy and smoky saxophone focus echoes down. The bridge lights are jewels on a velvet tray, leading the heart from the light of the day. One hand on the wheel, the other in the mist. A midnight promise that the sun never kissed. The 1930s are calling from a ghost-lit shore, a world of elegance we don't feel no more.
You can tell a lot about a city by the way its shadows move under a street lamp. At 4 a.m., Mediterranean doesn't look like water. It looks like liquid ink waiting for someone to write a story in it. This car, she's a time machine. Every time I slide into these leather seats, the year 1945 isn't something in a history book. It's the scent of my perfume and the hum of the radio. The world out there is loud, hurried, and bright. But in here we take the long way. We let the cigarette smoke curl around the steering wheel like a secret. Don't check the map, my friend. Where we're going, the roads don't have names, only moods.
The wiper blades are heavy with the secrets of the mist. A midnight rendezvous that the sunlight never kissed. The chrome is a mirror, reflecting a ghost-lit town as I drive these lonely boulevards up and down. The 1940s are a dial on a brass-plated radio, playing the blues from a world we used to know. My feline companion is a statue of black coal with eyes like amber lanterns, reading my soul. One paw on the velvet, one ear to the wind, tracing the lines where the darkness has thinned. We're gliding past the villas and the shuttered cafe doors, counting the heartbeats on these salt-crusted shores. Let the smoke rise, let the chrome shine, cross the silver border of the midnight line. The saxophone is weeping for a love it never had. In a world that's beautiful, lonesome and mad, we're caught in the crackle, we're lost in the hiss, living for a moment as transient as this. The scent of expensive tobacco and rain-soaked stone, a kingdom of asphalt that I claim as my own. The dashboard lights are emeralds in the dark, igniting a memory, fanning a spark. The hills are sleeping like giants in the gray, as I drive the ghost of the century away. The music swells, the piano plays high, teardrop notes while the saxophone stays low and growling. You hear the sound of the car accelerating. The engine pitch rises perfectly in tune with the saxophone's crescendo. The sound of wind rushing past the open window becomes part of the percussion. Ahead is a ribcage of steel and light, a hollow cathedral in the belly of the night. I'm a fragment of velvet, I'm a splinter of time, committing the perfect, beautiful crime of staying behind while the clock moves ahead, living the words that the jazz singers said. The city is a blueprint
drawn in charcoal and ink, watching the horizon where the sun starts to sink. You're leaning on the marble with a gaze made of glass, watching the ghosts of the centuries pass. A dress of midnight velvet, a ribbon of lace. The moonlight is tracing the lines of your face. The cat is a shadow with emerald eyes, watching the moths and the summer fireflies. Oh, Monroe, in your palace of stone and of height, you're the heartbeat of Paris, the soul of the night, with a fan made of feathers and a heart made of gold. You're the greatest story that's never been told, in the blue and the gold, where the memories play. We're miles and a lifetime from the light of the day. The saxophone plays a long, breathy, descending note. The city is sleeping, but Monroe is awake. The city is sleeping, but Monroe is awake. The city is sleeping, Monroe is awake. Brushing the bones in December are apart. The jazz band is playing in the ballroom below, but up here the world is moving more slow. The scent of expensive cigars and old wine crosses the border of the yours and the mine. The stars are like diamonds on a jeweler's tray, offered to you at the end of the day. You smile at the skyline, a secret you keep, while the rest of the millions are falling and asleep. Oh, Monroe, in your palace of stone and of height, you're the heartbeat of Paris, the soul of the night, with a fan made of feathers and a heart made of gold. You're the greatest story that's never been told, in the blue and the gold, where the memories play. We're miles and a lifetime from the light of the day. The sky is shedding its silver scales over the rooftops and the alley trails. The world is folded into a dream of white in the shivering arms of the winter night. A frozen garden and a marble bench, the kind of cold that no fire can quench. I'm watching the flakes turn the iron to lace, finding a rhythm in the empty space.
The street lamps are glowing like pearls in the mist by the breath of the north wind. Softly kissed, the city is muffled, the city is still under the weight of the midnight chill. Welcome to the white nocturne, my friend, where the edges of time start to blur and bend. Let the piano play what the snow can't say as the colors of evening all fade into gray. It's a pale kind of jazz, a ghost of a song for the nights that are quiet and the winter's too long. In the ivory hush, in the sapphire glow, we're dancing a waltz with the falling snow. The ink in the bottle is beginning to freeze, like the silent prayers of the leafless trees. We're writing a letter that we'll never mail on a paper of frost, so fragile and frail. Don't wake the morning, don't whisper a word. Let the music be the only thing heard. The curtains are heavy, the tea has gone cold, like a beautiful story that's already told. The fireplace embers are dying to gold against a winter that's bitter and bold. But the melody lingers, a silver thread linking the living and the words of the dead. Just a snowflake landing on a piano key, the purest reflection of you and of me. Welcome to the white nocturne, my friend, where the edges of time start to blur and bend. Let the piano play what the snow can't say as the colors of evening all fade into gray. It's a pale kind of jazz, a ghost of a song for the nights that are quiet and the winter's too long. In the ivory hush, in the sapphire glow, we're dancing a waltz with the falling snow. The rain is a drummer on the tall arch window pane, washing the dust from the memories of the saint. Mahogany shelves reaching up to the shadowed height, guarding the secrets of a long and lonely night. The fireplace is breathing a low and orange glow, casting silhouettes of people we used to know. My feline companion is a statue on the rug, safe in the warmth of the library's velvet hug. The scent of aged parchment and a cedar wood fire, the only sanctuary a weary soul could ever require. I watch the gold lettering on a spine of forest green, lost in a chapter of a life that might have been. Oh, let the shellac spin, let the ancient needle cry, under the roof of a dark and weeping sky. The clarinet is sighing like a ghost in the halls, bouncing off the portraits on these silent stone walls. We're caught in the grain, we're part of the ink. There is a certain kind of peace that only comes when the world gives up on the day. The ink is dry, the fire is low, and the only thing moving is the shadow of a cat across the spines of 1,000 stories. A crystal decanter catching the flicker of the flame. A story without an ending, a face without a name. The 1940s are a rhythm in the ticking of the clock, while the waves are crashing down against the harbor rock. One hand on the velvet, the other on the glass, counting the seconds as the midnight shadows pass. The world is a fragment, a puzzle on the floor, while I lock the universe outside the library door. A silk robe trailing on the dark polished wood, understanding things that were never understood. I'm a whisper in the archive, a pulse in the gloom, a living heartbeat in a quiet golden room. Oh, let the shellac spin, let the ancient needle cry under the roof of a dark and weeping sky. The clarinet is sighing like a ghost in the halls, bouncing off the portraits on these silent stone walls. We're caught in the grain, we're part of the ink. The moon is a pale coin tossed into the bay, a silver reminder of a world far away. The stone of the balcony is cool beneath my hand, overlooking the shadows of a quiet, sleeping land. A whitewashed villa draped in ivy and thyme, where the midnight hour is a beautiful crime. My feline companion is a shadow on the rail, watching the lanterns of a distant, lonely sail. The scent of the cypress and the wet evening earth, a world of mystery and a slow, dark rebirth. The 1940s are an echo in the spray of the deep, a promise we made and a promise we keep. Oh, let the shellac turn, let the heavy needle slide with the rhythm of the moon and the pull of the tide. The trumpet is a spirit wandering through the mist, a midnight encounter that the sun never kissed. We're caught in the static, we're part of the blue, in a palace of salt waiting only for you. The lighthouse is blinking like a tired golden eye, scanning the border of the sea and the sky. A glass of dark sherry on a table of wrought iron, listening to the song of a long lost siren. The silk of my sleeve is a ghost in the breeze, moving to the music of the olive tree.
The music becomes very spatial. The trumpet plays high, lonely notes that echo as if bouncing off the stone walls of the villa. The double bass keeps a slow, heartbeat like rhythm. You hear the faint sound of a distant lighthouse foghorn.
The town is a cluster of diamonds in the dark, without a single soul and without a single spark. I'm a queen of the terrace, a ghost of the shore, living a life that they don't lead anymore. The world is a record that is skipping a beat, while the salt and the silk in the darkness meet.
The sea has a memory longer than any book. At this hour, it whispers in a language of salt and secrets. The air is heavy with jasmine and the stars. The stars look like ice on a velvet cloth. We aren't just watching the night. We are part of it. A phantom in a silk gown. A ghost on a stone balcony. An anchored moon that never sets. The cafe is too small for a night like this. Don't you think? The city is finally breathing, exhaling the heat of the day into the mist. Sit with me, let the wind carry the secrets we're too tired to keep. The stars have been waiting for us all. June.
Terrace stones are warm beneath my feet, as midnight blue and city shadows meet. My silk dress whispers like a lover's sigh underneath the heavy glowing June-time sky. The fan is moving slow in my steady hand, cooling down the secrets of this restless land. The lights below are diamonds in the haze, mapping out the rhythm of our lonely days. The silver moon is tangled in the wires, extinguishing the day and all its fires. The white cat watches from the railing's edge, a silent guardian on the stony ledge. His tail is hanging like a velvet rope in a city built on jazz and faded hope. The scent of jasmine and expensive wine tells me that the night is finally mine. Oh, midnight June, you're a velvet trap. City's heart is beating in your lap. Sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a summer beat. In the spin of the record, in the crackle and hum, waiting for the morning that will never come. I see the shadows dancing on the brick, while the seconds pass with a heavy tick. The 1940's calling from a distant hall, writing our names upon the garden wall. I'm not the woman that you used to know, caught in the flicker of a radio glow. I found my strength within the purple mist, in every single moment that the wind has kissed. Ice is dancing in the crystal glass, watching all the ghosts of the legends pass. They wear their hats low and their collars high, underneath the ceiling of the velvet sky. Don't ask the time, don't ask me for the way. We're miles away from the light of day. Just let the record spin its ancient tale of a ship of dreams that's finally set to sail. The fog is rolling from the harbor's mouth, carrying the stories of the north and south. My fan is folded as the breeze grows cold, the greatest story that was ever told. We're caught in the needle, we're caught in the groove, with nothing to say and with nothing to prove. Just a terrace, a cat and a city in blue, created by the night for no one but you. The sound of your cardio, a heavy outdoor start, a single distant church bell chimes. 4 a.m. The lighthouse lens is a giant, silver-eyed, watching the ghosts of the ships passing by. Spiral stairs of iron and cold gray stone, a kingdom of thunder I claim as my own. The 1940s are a dial on a brass-bound clock, while the ocean is breaking against the harbor rock. My golden-eyed friend is curled on a pile of maps, sleeping through the thunder and the lightning cracks. The scent of old salt and a pipe's cherry glow, in a room where the clocks are all moving too slow. A velvet armchair and a glass of dark rum, waiting for the morning that will never quite come. Oh, let the shellac moon, let the needle go deep, while the rest of the world is falling to sleep. The clarinet is a sailor lost in the gray, whistling a tune for a long lost day. We're caught in the grain, we're part of the mist, a midnight secret that the sun never kissed. The ink in the well is as black as the tide, with nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. One hand on the brass, the other on the glass, watching the storms and the memories past. The lighthouse beam is a needle on the sea, playing a record of what used to be. The wind is a ghost trying to open the door, but scent of the night, turning in circles in the white, sweeping light. I'm a fragment of jazz, I'm a heartbeat in time, committing a lonely, beautiful crime. The stars are bruised and the moon is thin, a night where the silence starts to win. The curtains sway in a restless breeze, like ghosts of ancient melodies. The chandelier is a crown of dust, turning the golden light into rust. I'm tracing shadows on the velvet floor that lead me back to a closing door. The world is a stage with no one left, of every laughter and light bereft, just the perfume of a faded June and the haunting hum of a broken tune, wrapped in the arms of a velvet solitude. In the shifting scales of a minor mood, let the keys tell a story that the heart denies. Under the arch of the indigo skies, it's a lonesome waltz on a silver thread, for the words of love that were never said. In the hollow glow, in the charcoal gray, where the night consumes the remains of the day. The ink is pooling on the wooden desk, a silent prayer, a grotesque, where just a rhyme in a forgotten verse, a blessing hidden inside a curse. Don't light the candle, don't wake the sun. The dance of the shadows has just begun. The grandfather clock has forgotten to chime, stuck in the amber of a frozen time. A single glove on a satin chair, and the weight of a secret I cannot share. The city is drowning in a sea of mist, by the cold, cruel lips of the evening kissed. But here in the dark I am finally free, in the jazz that is drowning the memory of me. Wrapped in the arms of a velvet solitude, in the shifting scales of a minor mood, let the keys tell a story that the heart denies. Under the arch the street lamps are ghosts in the heavy gray mist, like a secret that nobody wanted to kiss. The wind hums a tune through the cracks in the door, while the shadows dance slowly across the oak floor. A glass of dark amber, a heart full of lead, waking the memories we thought were all dead. Listen to that, even the rain sounds like it's crying for the 19th. Where it is. Do you ever feel like you were born in the wrong decade, like you belong in a black and white movie where the endings are always bittersweet? I think I'll stay here in the fog forever. Oh, midnight, you're a velvet trap, a city sleeping in a lover's lap. The sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a lonely beat. In the spin of the record, in the crackle and hum, waiting for the morning that will never come. The cafe is too small for a night like this, don't you think? The city is finally breathing, exhaling the heat of the day into the mist. Sit with me, let the wind carry the secrets we're too tired to keep.
A soft, snowy lap.
The stars have been waiting for us all June. The terrace stones are warm beneath my feet as midnight blue and city shadows meet. My silk dress whispers like a lover's sigh underneath the heavy glowing June time sky. The fan is moving slow in my steady hand, cooling down the secrets of this restless land. The lights below are diamonds in the haze, mapping out the rhythm of our lonely days. The silver moon is tangled in the wires, extinguishing the day and all its fires. The white cat watches from the railing's edge, a silent guardian on the stony ledge. His tail is hanging like a velvet rope in a city built on jazz and faded hope. The scent of jasmine and expensive wine tells me that the night is finally mine. Oh, midnight June, you're a velvet trap. The city's heart is beating in your lap. The sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a summer beat. In the spin of the record, in the crackle and hum, waiting for the morning that will never see the shadows dancing on the brick, while the seconds pass with a heavy tick. The 19th heart is calling from a distant hall, writing our names upon the garden wall. I'm not the woman that you used to know, caught in the flicker of a radio glow. I found my strength within the purple mist, in every single moment that the wind has kissed. Crystal glass, watching all the ghosts of the legends pass. They wear their hats low and their collars high, underneath the ceiling of the velvet sky. Don't ask the time, don't ask me for the way. We're miles away from the light of day. Just let the record spin its ancient tale of a ship of dreams that's finally set to sail. The fog is rolling from the harbor's mouth, carrying the stories of the north and south. My fan is folded as the breeze grows cold, the greatest story that was ever told. We're caught in the needle, we're caught in the groove, with nothing to say and with nothing to prove. Just a terrace, a cat, and a city in blue, created by the night for no one but you. The world is a blur of silver and gray, chasing the ghosts of the light of day. The rhythm of the steel is a steady beat, carrying us far from the city heat. The compartment is small and the light is dim, floating on a dream on the midnight's rim. I'm watching the raindrops race down the pane, a liquid embroidery born of the rain. The stations pass like thoughts in a head, with words that were better left unsaid. Just a lonesome whistle through the valley floor, searching for a ghost at a distant door. Ride with me on the midnight express, away from the noise and the world's distress, where the jazz is a river and the rain is a song, and the journey is short even when it is long. Let the shadows dance on the velvet seat, where the cold of the night and the memories meet. In the heart of the storm, in the deep of the blue, the tracks are leading me back to you. the dome of a charcoal sky. The engine is a monster with a heart of coal, feeding on the hunger of a restless soul. Don't ask for the destination, don't ask for the time, just follow the rhythm and follow the rhyme. The coffee is steaming in a paper cup as the morning stars start waking up, but we're still trapped in the velvet hour, under the spell of the midnight's power. The reflection in the window is a stranger's face, lost in the folds of time and space. But the music is a map that I hold in my hand, traveling through a quiet, forgotten land. Ride with me on the midnight express, away from the noise and the world's distress, where the jazz is a river and the rain is a song, and the journey is short even when it is long. Let the shadows dance on the velvet sea, where the cold of the night and the memories meet. In the heart of the storm, in the deep of the blue, the tracks are leading me back to you.
The sea has a way of swallowing things, secrets, regrets, and men who ask too many questions. Tonight the fog is so thick you could carve your name in it. You see that light flickering at the end of the pier. It's not a welcome home, it's a warning. But then again, we've always been the type to walk toward the fire, haven't we?
The collar of my coat is turned up high against the salt and the charcoal sky. The cobblestones are slick with the greasy rain, anointing the city of its ancient stain. The 1940s are a ship that sails away, leaving us stranded in this shade. I'm watching the smoke from a stranger's breath, playing the game of almost with death.
The neon sign of the anchor and rose flickers in a rhythm that nobody knows. A black umbrella is a shield of ink as I stand on the edge, on the very brink. The scent of diesel and the rotting wood, the ghosts of the dock doing what they should. I got a heavy heart and a loaded hand, a king of nothing in a salt-cured land.
A heavy dragon jazz tempo with a deep bass. A shadow on the pier is a lonely sight, a silhouette carved in the belly of the night. The sax is a growl, a low down moan, for the secrets we keep and the seeds we've sown. In the mist and the salt, in the cold and the damp, waiting for the oil to die in the lamp.
The lighthouse beam is a sweeping eye, searching for a truth in a sea of a lie. I hear the clink of a chain on a rusted hull and the distant mocking cry of a the sand with a glass of gin and a winning hand. I'm a ghost in a suit, a man with no trail, setting my course with a tattered sail.
The fog is a curtain that won't be drawn, keeping us hidden till the break of dawn. We're caught in the tide, we're caught in the drift, with a heavy burden that we cannot lift. Let the ocean take what the city won't keep, while the rest of the world is fast asleep. The pier is long, but the end is near, the only place left where the silence is clear. To die in the land. There is a certain hour in the Mediterranean when the sun is too tired to burn and the moon is too shy to rise. Everything turns to gold for a fleeting moment. We call it the hour of ghosts and lovers. The war is over, the borders are open, but my heart is still anchored right here on this terrace. Don't look at the horizon, darling. Look at me, the stars can't wait. A silk scarf fluttering like a captive bird, a promise whisper that was never heard. The scent of bitter orange and expensive lace, tracing the lines of a sun-drenched face. The 19th orders are a dream in a linen suit, the taste of the summer, the forbidden fruit. I'm leaning on the railing of a white stone stair, with the salt of the ocean in my messy hair. The cobblestones are warm beneath my bare feet, escaping the shadows of the narrow street. A vintage radio plays a song from a land, a melody created for a woman and a man. The lighthouse is a diamond on a velvet string, watching the secrets that the night tide will bring. I got a pocket full of memories and a heart of glass, watching the legends of the Riviera pass. Hold the edge of hope, you're a sun-bleached side, a golden secret under a violet sky. The trumpet is a whisper, a warm caress, in a world that is beautiful, more or less, in the ripple of the water, in the glow of the wine, trying to catch a moment that was never mine. The fishing nets are drying on the harbor wall, while the shadows of the palms grow slender and tall. A silver tray with a bottle of chilled vermouth, the only thing left that tastes like the truth. The 1930s are a ghost in a striped cabana, playing a piano under the shade of a banana. I'm a reflection in a fountain, a spark in the dark, leaving my soul on this Mediterranean mark. The night is a fever that won't ever break, a beautiful silence that is ours to take. Mediterranean will keep your gilded choke, your sun-bleached sky. I bet you were in a polar sky. Your gilded choke, your sun-bleached side. A golden secret under violet sky. The steam is a ghost against the charcoal night, vanishing before the dawn's first light. Mahogany walls and a silver tea tray, chasing the ghosts of a long forgotten day. The rhythm of the iron is a heartbeat in the floor as we glide past the ruins on the Mediterranean shore. My feline companion, a silhouette of grace, watching the telegraph poles vanish into space. The scent of coal smoke and a gardenia flower, lost in the magic of the midnight hour. The 19 hotties are a ticket in a velvet lined vest, in a world that has forgotten how to take a rest. Oh, spin the black shellac, let the needle find the beat, to the rhythm of the tracks and the engine's heavy heat. The trombone is a siren calling through the mist, a midnight journey that the sunlight never kissed. We're caught in the crackle, we're part of the steam, living inside of a 78er PM dream. The sleepers are dreaming in the cabins down the hall, while I watch the moonlight dance upon the wall. A silk robe brushing against the brass and the wood, understanding secrets that were never understood. The mountains are giants in a robe of deep blue, watching the express as it carries me and you.
The drums use brushes to mimic the shh of the steam engine. The trombone plays long, sliding notes that sound like the train whistle. You hear the faint sound of a conductor's bell in the distance.
The destination is a phantom, a dot on the map, while I fall into the night's velvet lap. One hand on the window, the other on the glass, watching the history of the centuries pass. I'm a passenger of rhythm, a servant of the soul, keeping the fire of the midnight burning like coal.
There's a certain kind of freedom in a journey with no destination. The world outside is just a blur of silver and shadow. But in here, time is a luxury we can afford to waste.
The sun has surrendered to a violet sea. symphony with me. The heavy heat is a ghost in the garden wall, watching the jasmine petals slowly fall. A white linen dress and a fan of sandalwood, doing the things that the daylight never could. Oh, spin the shellac, let the whistle take flight through the velvet blue of a midsummer night. No need for a trumpet, no need for a choir, just a melody born of a midnight desire. We're caught in the grain, we're lost in the heat, walk in the shadows of a quiet white street.
My feline friend is a shadow on the terracotta floor, watching the fireflies dance by the open door. The 1940s are a dream in a glass of iced tea, while the warm breeze is whispering secrets to me. The stone of the terrace is still holding the sun, long after the work of the long day is done.
The lemon trees are silver in the glow of the moon, humming along to this old dusty tune. One hand on the railing, the other in the mist, a summer evening that the stars have kissed. I'm a fragment of velvet, I'm a breath in the air, with nothing but time and a heart with no care.
The town is a painting of amber and gray, dreaming of a world that has faded away.
The needle is heavy, the rhythm is slow, in the light of a lantern hanging low. I'm a ghost of the summer, a spark in the grain, free from the sun and free from the rain.
The heat of the day is finally surrendered to the sea, leaving only the scent of dry earth and jasmine. In this part of the world, even the shadows seem to breathe.
The heat of the day has finally surrendered to the sea. Leaving only the scent of dry earth and jasmine. In this part of the world, even the shadows seem to breathe. The sun has surrendered to a violet sea, leaving the stars to keep company with me. The heavy heat street is a ghost on the garden wall, watching the jasmine petals slowly fall. A white linen dress and a fan of sandalwood, doing the things that the daylight never could.
My feline friend is a shadow on the terracotta floor, watching the fireflies dance by the open door. The 1940s are a dream in a glass of iced tea, while the warm breezes whispering secrets to me. The stone of the terrace is still holding the sun long after the work of the long day is done.
Oh, spin the shell and let the whistle take flight through the velvet blue of a midsummer night. No need for a trumpet, no need for a choir, just a melody born of a midnight desire. We're caught in the grain, we're lost in the heat, walking the shadows of a quiet white street.
The lemon trees are silver in the glow of the moon, humming along to this old dusty tune. One hand on the railing, the other in the mist. A summer evening that the stars have kissed. I'm a fragment of velvet,
I'm a breath in the air, with nothing but time and a heart with no care.
the heat of the day has finally surrendered to the sea,
leaving only the scent of dry earth and jasmine in this part of the world. Even the shadows seem to breathe. Listen. If the stars aren't bright enough tonight, I think I'll just send them back. This heat is far too demanding. I want the moon on a silver string and my jazz on a heavy stone plate. Don't look at me like that. I've kicked off my shoes on the terrace floor. I don't wanna hear about the world anymore. My chiffon dress is a cloud of pale blue, doing exactly what I wanted to do. I'm eating cherries and spitting the stones while the saxophone plays in its velvet tones. My golden-eyed cat is a brat just like me, chasing the moss by the olive tree. The 1940s are a ribbon in my hair, tied with a shrug and a don't you dare stare. I want the ocean to stop its loud roar and bring all its treasures right to my door. Oh, spin the black record, let the needle skip and play. I'm tired of the sun and I'm bored of the day. The whistle is a bird that is far too proud. singing its secrets just a little too loud. I'm a spoiled little girl in a woman's lace, with a mischievous heart and a velvet face. The grandfather clock says it's time for bed, but I'll listen to the jazz in my garden instead. I want a necklace made of firefly light to wear through the hours of this humid night. If the wind doesn't blow, I'll simply complain until the sky brings me a sugar-sweet rain. The villas are sleeping so quiet and grand, but I've got the moonlight right in my hand. I'm a fragment of mischief, a spark in the gloom, filling with laughter every shadowy room. Don't try to catch me, I'm faster than sound, a spoiled little queen who refuses to be found. The fog is crawling up the pier, telling stories only the lonely hear. A lighthouse beam cuts through the gray, chasing the ghosts of yesterday. The cobblestones are slick with brine under the glow of a rusted sign. I'm tracing circles on the window pane, writing your name in the beads of rain. The harbor's breathing a heavy sigh as the iron ships go drifting by. Everything's muffled, everything's slow in the amber light of the radio. Let's get lost in the echoes of the mist, where the moon and the sea have finally kissed. A slow motion dance on a wooden floor, with a key that no longer fits the door. The world is a whisper, the world is a dream, floating away on a silver stream, wrapped in the silk of a midnight blue, waiting for a dream that might come true. Old telegrams and unread books, and the way a heart-shaped locket looks when the light hits the gold just right in the middle of a sleepless night. The waves keep pulling the sand away, but here in the dark I've decided to stay. The coffee's cold, but the spirit is warm, safe in the eye of a quiet storm. A distant horn echoes across the bay, calling the wanderers far away. But I'm a sailor with no more sea, just the jazz and the shadows for company. Let the record spin until it skips, with a silent prayer upon my lips. Let's get lost in the echoes of the mist, where the moon and the sea have finally kissed. A slow motion dance on a wooden floor, with a key that no longer fits the door. The world is a whisper, the world is a dream, floating away on a silver stream, wrapped in the silk of a midnight blue, waiting for a dream that might come true. The ink has dried on the final page. A bird is singing in a gilded cage. The shadows dance on the leather spines, in a temple built of forgotten lines. The scent of cedar and old regrets, the kind of silence that the world forgets. I'm walking softly on the velvet floor, looking for a secret hidden door. The moonlight filters through the high-arched glass, watching the ghosts of the centuries pass. Every book is a life that was once so bright, shelved in the dark of the endless night. Welcome to the library of forgotten dreams, where the starlight flows in silver streams. Let the piano play what we can't say, while the rest of the world is far away. It's a sanctuary for the lost and the old, for the stories that never quite got told. In the hush of the night, in the velvet blue, there's a chapter here that belongs to you. Turn the key in the rusted lock, ignore the ticking of the grand grandfather clock. Time is a fiction, time is a lie. Under the dome of the midnight sky, just for a moment, let the world stand still while the ink flows down from the golden quill. A map of a country that doesn't exist, a love that was lost in the morning mist. They're all collected on these oaken shelves, the better versions of our tired selves. The fire is dying in the marble grate, flirting with shadow, flirting with fate. But the music lingers like a soft perfume, filling every corner of the quiet room. Welcome to the library of forgotten dreams, where the starlight flows in silver streams. Let the piano play what we can't say, while the rest of the world is far away. It's a sanctuary for the lost and the old, for the stories that never quite got told. In the hush of the night, in the velvet blue, there's a chapter here that belongs to you. I'm sitting on the edge where the stone meets the sky, watching the world and its worries go by. My pearls are too heavy, I've tossed them aside, with nothing to fear and nothing to hide. A 90 heart is our record that's spinning too fast, a beautiful moment that's built not to last. My feline accomplice is stalking a star, wondering just how lucky we are. The scent of the sea and expensive French soap, a midnight cocktail of mischief and hope. I wanna jump over the roofs of the town and never, ever, ever come back down. Oh, spin the shellac, let the needle just dance. I'm taking the night and I'm taking a chance. The whistle is a secret, a wink in the dark, light in the shadows with a feminine spark. I'm a queen on a rooftop, a child in the soul, losing my mind and losing control. The villas are boring with their shutters locked tight, while I'm having a party with the ghosts of the night. I'll whistle a melody to wake up the bay and chase all the serious people away. A silk scarf is fluttering, a banner of blue, a message of mischief from me to you.
The whistle becomes incredibly fast and technical, playing tag with the drum brushes. You hear the sound of a cocktail shaker being used and the ping of a crystal glass being tapped with a fingernail.
city is dark, collection of shadows tonight, and we're the darkest ones of all. Can you hear the rain? It's trying to wash away the things we can't forget. Sit closer to the fire, darling. The night is long and the record has only just begun. It's been The fog rolls in from the edge of the pier, carrying whispers that nobody should hear. The scent of old leather and gardenia bloom fills up the silence of empty, cold rooms. Is it a dream or a ghost on the stairs? A phantom in silk with a million despairs. The clock on the mantel is ticking so slow, counting the hours we used to both know. Midnight, you're a velvet trap, a city sleeping in a lover's lap. The sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a lonely beat. In the spin of the record, in the crackling hum, waiting for the morning that will never come. There's a train in the distance, a low, lonely cry, cutting a hole through the soot-covered sky. The neon sign flickers, a blue and red glow, mapping the places where we used to go. A cigarette burns in a tray made of brass as the ghosts of the legends all silently pass. They don't say a word, they just drift through the hall, leaving their shadows on every brick wall. The 1940s are calling from a radio dial, caught in the curve of a dangerous smile. The world is a movie in black and in white, and we are the only ones glowing tonight. The white cat is watching with eyes like the moon, purring a rhythm to this tragic tune. Don't look at the window, don't look at the light, just stay in the safety of this velvet night.
Do you hear that saxophone? It sounds like it's searching for something it lost a long time ago. Maybe we're all just searching for the same thing. A place where the sun never rises and the music never stops. Keep the glass full. The fog isn't going anywhere.
Oh, midnight, you're a velvet trap, a city sleeping in a lover's lap. The sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a lonely beat. In the spin of the record, in the crackle and hum, waiting for the morning that will never come. city sleeping in a lover's lap. The sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a lonely beat, in the spin of the record, in the crackle and hum, waiting for the morning that will never come. Every painting in this room is a lie, a frozen moment of a life we never lived. Can you feel the chill? The furnace went out hours ago, but the music stays warm. Don't look too closely at the shadows, darling. They have a habit of looking back. The frames are all gilded in silver and gold, hiding the stories that never were told. A portrait of silence, a landscape of fear, with a sky that is heavy and a moon that is near. The velvet is dusty, the wine has gone dry, under the weight of a smoke-filled sky. The rain on the window is writing a name in a world that is losing its spark and its flame. The scent of old varnish and expensive perfume echoes like whispers in a circular room. A statue of marble with eyes made of stone, watching a woman who stands all alone. The clock on the mantle is ticking in rhyme with the ghosts of the legend and the passing of time. Wait for the morning, or wait for the beat of the heart that is buried beneath the cold street. Oh, midnight, you're a velvet trap, a city sleeping in a lover's lap. The sax is weeping for a ghost in the street, walking to the rhythm of a lonely beat, in the spin of the record, in the crackle and hum, waiting for the morning that will never come. The brush strokes are jagged like a heart that is torn between the deep midnight and the gray of the morn. A sketch of a stranger, a face in the crowd, wrapped in a secret like a silver-lined shroud. The radio hums with a signal from far, under the light of a flickering star. Don't ask for the meaning, don't ask for the truth, in the city that preys on the dreams of our youth. The 1940s are trapped in a jar, like the smoke from a pipe and the glow of a cigar. The world is a movie in black and in white, and we are the only ones glowing tonight. The white cat is prowling on the cold marble floor, guarding the keys to the heavy oak door. But the door is a shadow and the key is a dream, floating away on a cold, dark stream.
Listen to that saxophone. It's like it's trying to remember a name it forgot in 1945. We're all just echoes, aren't we? Bouncing off these walls until we fade into the static. Stay a little longer. The paint is still wet. And the night is still ours.
The ink on the letter has turned into dust, like the iron on the tracks has turned into rust. The piano is dusty, the keys are all cold, playing a story that's never been told. One more rotation, one more silent sigh. Under the weight of a smoke-filled sky, we're caught in the needle, we're caught in the